It has brought back hope. It has brought back so much hope to me, especially because the way it is being presented, the way things are taken so serious. Ah, above all, guys, the product itself, that it delivers the results, the testimonials, everything that is being explained about the product, it just gives sense, and you realize that we've got a serious business case. And yeah, I must say, the greatest immune system booster, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than the compensation plan of this opportunity. But Sisintabi, I'm going to allow our favorite person here, the one I believe in so much. I admire Sisbongi. I admire her. You know, I admire the way she does things. I believe in her so much. And I know this time she has brought to us something that is going to actually change our lives. That is why I do not want to miss this Zoom meeting. And as well, I want to share it with other people as well. So, right now, let us just give her the stage so that she can do what she knows good. See, even if it can be one, two, or three people in the Zoom, if they can take what she's going to take to say, their lives are going to be changed. Sis Bongi, over to you, my dear sis.
Thank you so much, Pastor Ntavi, my sister and my motivator. I don't think we would have kickstarted, this opportunity the way that you kickstart the way that we kickstarted it had you not come on board and said, you know what, I am co-captaining this team and this opportunity with you. So thank you so much and welcome to our guests. So my name is Ubongi Pengu. I am a mom who fired her boss, back in 2015. I have been self-employed ever since. A proud network marketer. This is an industry that is so underrated, that has changed so many lives. And I am multifaceted. But one of the things that I absolutely loved, and I think the light bulb for me when I saw this opportunity, it was a few things. I think as a network marketer, and I know we have other network marketers here, we are always seeking opportunities that we truly believe are going to impact, not only impact our lives, but also impact the people that we bring on board to these opportunities. But the refreshing thing about this particular opportunity and this company that will be presenting is the fact that this is a company by Africans that's been so carefully designed and structured and put together for the African markets. And you will see when I go through the product, when I go through the compensation plan, you would say, no, man, yeah, when this thing was custom made with us in mind as Africans, with our budgets in mind, with our problems and our challenges in mind. But I think also, just having such an amazing opportunity that I honestly see as a retirement plan, for myself, for the people that would partner with us, because of the timing that we are getting to see this right now. So if you remember the story of Mark Zuckerberg, Mark Zuckerberg, when he conceptualized the idea of Facebook, he was still a student. He invited 5 of his friends, and from those 5, only 2 of them said yes. He identified a problem and he said, I've got the solution. And 2 of them believed in that solution. They ran with it. Today, they are multi-billionaires, So for those of you that are on this Zoom tonight, congratulations, because I feel like with what we are about to present to you, you are those 2 friends, that were in that same room right now with Mark Zuckerberg, but for this opportunity now. And you honestly have the unique opportunity to spearhead something, to be a founding member, and to literally take it to the market. So it's just, for me, I think, God's timing and alignment. So I'm going to share my screen and I am going to jump straight into the presentation. Okay, so first of all, I fell in love with the name of the company. We had a Zoom session the other day with Mr. Shikongo. I'm just going to switch off my camera, from Namibia, and he took us through a biblical explanation of the word affluence. If you look up the word affluence spiritually, biblically, it speaks to abundance and wealth. So for me, this name on its own was carefully selected. I know when Dr. Justice speaks about how the company started, the co-founders, how they put together a prayer group, and the fact that even up until today, they have a devotion every morning, every night for this company. That on its own speaks volume. So welcome to Affluence Global, where you can relive, your dreams. I think as adults, we give up, on this idea of dreaming. Our dream bubble keeps shrinking because of the reality bubble that keeps getting bigger and bigger. And in that bubble of reality, there are bills, there is debt, there are kids, there are responsibilities. And we just start dreaming less. So I think this is now going to give us the opportunity to really live our dreams again. And let's get into the background of the company. The company is not new. They have been around since 2023. Okay. However, that first year was the co-founders basically putting together a team of doctors in Ghana, international consultants, them doing the research in terms of the product and the formulation of the product. So they really hit the market only last year in 2024. So when I say Uguti, we are still at ground level, we are still at that stage of Mark Zuckerberg being at university, presenting this to his friends. That is who we are right now to you. So they are headquartered in Ghana. They have a huge presence right now in West Africa. And they are saying, listen, we want to come and plant the flag in the SADC region. Okay. This is a direct selling company, and their main focus is on health. Formulating clinically proven products that have been tried and tested already. The particular product we will be speaking about has hundreds and hundreds of testimonials. So we are presenting to you something that we already know works. We do not have to convince, anyone right now that the product itself works. The vision is to become the largest provider of health and wealth opportunities in this vibrant and growing direct selling industry, because we know health and wealth, they are a pair. You cannot separate the two. Your health is your wealth, but also your health is dependent on your wealth. If there is no money in the household, it has all sorts of health implications that we don't even realize. Right. So let's look at the visionaries behind the company. So these are the two co-founders, Mr. David Kubaferi and Prince Simpri. And what I love about them is the expertise that they bring into Affluence Global. Not only do they have years of experience in the corporate sector, but they are 7 and 8 figure income earners in the direct selling industry. And when they reached that peak, they said, right, now we are ready to create something of our own for our fellow Africans. Because, guys, gone are the days, where we now have to wait for companies from abroad to come and bring us opportunities. We have our own masterminds, our own bright minds that are saying we are experienced enough, we have learned enough, from the Americans, from the Chinese, from the Asian companies. Let's now create our own. Okay. But what I also respect is the fact that these two gentlemen are not driving this ship alone. Okay. So I'm just going to mute. They are not driving the ship alone. They have put together a team of experts. Okay. They have a board that sits 9 members. And I think for me, that is a very important point when you look at how businesses are run. For me, it's so important to have a clear understanding that there's an executive structure. There are experienced individuals, in various professions that are supporting the business, because you can't have one person that is literally an expert in every field. So I respect the fact that they have a board that sits 9 members, and in that board there's medical doctors, there's chartered accountants, there's forensics experts, and they've outsourced certain responsibilities like logistics and auditing to professionals outside in other organizations. So we have a well-run ship with Affluence Global. Now let's get into the gist of the presentation before we even get to the product, okay? Because for me, the product is a solution. It's a solution to something. It's a solution to a problem that our co-founders identified. So the question is, what is the problem that they identified? And I do not need to tell you this, but we see it every day. We see it in our families, we see it in our neighbors, we see it globally on TV. We have a health crisis. We have a global health problem where, in the last decade, in fact, in the last 20 years, lifestyle diseases, chronic illnesses are just on the rise. They are on the increase. In fact, even the younger generation is now experiencing a lot of this. I'm seeing more children passing away from cancer, chronic illnesses that when we were growing up, I didn't even know the word cancer until I was an adult, But now you have young kids that are struggling and passing away from cancer. We have lifestyle diseases that are affecting everyone, including the younger generation. So we have a global health problem. So the team of doctors within Affluence Global, they then sat down and they said, right, we have science, we have research, we have the answers that are sitting, in these scientific Bibles. What is the root cause, or what is the common denominator in all these health problems? Because in order for us to be able to solve something, we need to know what is the root cause of it. And they came to the conclusion that most, if not all, health challenges, whether they are chronic, whether they are lifestyle, all health challenges are actually linked to a silent enemy called oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is when in your body, in your system, there is a high level of what we call free radicals. Okay. And I'm going to explain what free radicals are, because you know the word radical on its own, ne? The word radical on its own, when something is radical, it's out of control. You hear politicians saying we need radical transformation. It means they need, it's something that is fast, that is out of control, that needs to, there's a sense of urgency in it. So imagine having something in your system, in your body, that is uncontrollable, attacking, all your body cells. So it affects every single organ in your body. Okay, so when we look at, illnesses that affect the brain, things like Alzheimer's, Alzheimer's is something that I used to hear about until it affected someone in our family. And I was like, hey, well, this thing is real. So when we look at all those illnesses that are linked to the brain, that are linked to the heart, heart attacks, strokes, high blood pressure, we look at our kidney, kidney diseases, your skin, wrinkles, acne, eczema, there's a long list, organs, your joints, arthritis, your general immune system, your body's defense force. When it's affected, it's because of your oxidative stress, and it has so many negative impacts. Your blood vessels, when your blood flow is affected, it affects so many things, your lungs, your eyes. So every single organ is affected by what we call oxidative stress. So now let's have a visual idea of what these free radicals do. So you have your normal healthy cells, and then you get the free radicals, coming to attack your system. So free radicals are molecules, ne? Molecules travel in pairs. In order for them to be stable, they have to travel as a pair, which means in twos. Once they lose their partner, once they lose their friend, their pair, and they are unpaired, they then become a free radical. That is when that molecule becomes a danger to your body cells. So once it's now a free radical, it's now looking for its partner. It's now looking for its pair. Where is my pair? Where is my pair? And what it does, because it cannot tell the difference between its pair, versus the healthy cell, it then latches onto your healthy cells and it starts to take away from your healthy cells. So when it starts taking away from your healthy cells, the DNA, the goodness, of it and its ability to fight, that is when your cells now undergo what we call oxidative stress, because they are now under stress. They cannot breathe. They are suffocating because they are now missing something that the free radical has taken. So I want you to imagine when metal rusts, it's undergoing oxidation. When you cut an apple in half and it changes color to when you cut an apple in half and it changes brown, what's happening? The process of oxidation. Okay. So oxidative stress and free radicals, we don't want them in our system. Where do the free radicals come? Because that's also important for us to understand. And unfortunately, they are unavoidable. They are unavoidable. As we are sitting here in this room right now, we've already breathed in free radicals. So they come from polluted air. The air that we are breathing is polluted, and unfortunately, unless you stop breathing, you are always going to be, bringing in free radicals into your system. They come from processed foods. The food that we are eating. I am an agricultural scientist, so trust me when I say I understand the process, from the time your soil is sampled, taken to the lab. After that, it's nothing but chemicals, chemicals, chemicals to help the seeds germinate, to help the plant grow. When it's harvested, when it's preserved, the fruits, the vegetables, it's all about chemicals, chemicals. So we are consuming, a lot of processed meals, a lot of chemicals as byproducts. And what that does in return, when it digests, it releases free radicals from stress. Remember that our body naturally produces molecules. Okay. So when you are stressed, those healthy molecules become free radicals. We are drinking water from taps. So guys, it's unavoidable. This thing is oxidative stress. You can't run away from it. Okay. So in return, what it's gonna do, it's gonna accelerate aging. It's gonna accelerate skin conditions. It's gonna accelerate damage to your organs, which means in return, you are going to not have the ability to fight off illnesses. It's gonna weaken your immunity. So what is the solution? Because this thing is unavoidable. We can't stop living. What is the solution? So our team of doctors in Ghana came up with, a solution. Wait, nature has a solution. Nature has an answer, and it's called antioxidants. Okay, anti meaning against, oxidants meaning oxidative stress. So we have antioxidants that exist, that can be found, in certain fruits. So if you look at the deep red, purple, blue fruits, that is where you are going to find free radicals, and certain vegetables. And what these antioxidants do, because they are also, molecules, they will come into your body and they say, Mr. Free Radical, release that healthy cell, rather take me. It's like a father who's going to save his kidnapped child. He says to the kidnappers, take me instead, release my child, free my child. So that is what the antioxidants do. They free, our healthy cells by basically pairing up with these free radicals. But what they then do is they neutralize them, because they overpower the free radicals. They neutralize them and they detox your body of these free radicals. Now, this in return is going to help, your body fight back again. But the question is it enough to just eat your fruits and your vegetables to get enough antioxidants to fight off free radicals? And the unfortunate answer is no, it's not enough. Because again, do you have control over the fruits and vegetables that you are eating in terms of how they are grown? Unless you are 100% sure that you are eating nothing but organic fruits and vegetables, it means this then now just becomes a continuous cycle. Okay. And even if you look at the quantity, the amount that you need to eat, guys, you need a lot of fruits, to basically get you to that level where your body is healthy enough to fight back. So then, our Affluence team of medical experts said, right, we are going to identify 12 unique fruits that have the highest antioxidant concentration in them, that are potent antioxidant suppliers, and we are going to develop a product that is very, very high in antioxidants, that is literally going to solve, this problem. And the Affluence solution is what we are now presenting to you as Double Red Rose. I call it the Rolls Royce of health, and wellness. Okay. So Double Red Rose is formulated, with 12 unique fruits, with 12 fruits that I will break down for you in terms of what they do. And it's an antioxidant powerhouse. And the key ingredient is the rose itself. That is why it's called the double red rose, because they actually identified that the rose itself is a very good source of antioxidants. And what they did was then they just added other red fruits and other fruits that are high in antioxidants. So this comes in a box. And in that box, you are going to find 15 sachets. This is a juice. It's a red juice. You take it in the morning. It comes in 10 ml sachets. So you drink your juice in the morning on an empty stomach. And then you've got your antioxidants, for the day to get you through the day. One sachet will give you the equivalent antioxidants of 10 servings of fruit. So can you see the power of this product? And what I love is the fact that this product is recognized by the FDA. So it is FDA approved and FDA licensed. But what our co-founders also do, they say, yes, as much as we know that we are FDA approved, every country that we set up house in, we also want those local bodies that recognize health products to also certify us. So when they set up in a country, their first objective is we need to be registered and we need to comply legally within that company, but our product also needs to comply. So what you will notice is as they are setting up in the SADC region, every country will also have its own local certification of the product. So guys, when I say that we are, this is we have masterminds, that are behind the company of Affluence Global who are thinking bigger, than most companies, right? Now let's look at these ingredients. So we've got the red rose, okay, itself, and the red rose has a lot of benefits. It supports weight and digestion. It's got antioxidants. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's going to promote skin health. It's going to boost your immune system. It improves your mood. Ladies, 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 when you approach your 40s, I don't know what happens. Hormones start doing their things. You wake up in the morning, you are happy. By noon, you want to cry. By the afternoon, So, premenopause and menopause are a reality. So this is going to help with that and supporting your hormonal imbalance, okay? And then, of course, we have the red grapes, which is good for the heart. It's going to support people that struggle with high blood pressure and blood circulation. It protects against cancers. Okay. Now I listened to Dr. Justice the other day. We were talking to a member of the royal family that Pastor Ntabi Singh who had reached out to Pastor Ntabi Singh saying I'm interested in this product because of cancer. And one of the things I caught from that call was when you have the red grape and goji berry combined, they become a force, a very strong force against cervical cancer. So guys, this product is so well thought through. It's going to improve your memory, your brain health. It's going to reduce cholesterol, prevent stroke, and support erectile dysfunction. Then we have the pomegranate, high in antioxidants. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's going to support your heart and vessels. It's going to lower blood pressure, prevent stroke, boost immunity, aid digestion. Digestion, your gut is so important. As long as you are eating every day, you should be, visiting the toilet at least once a day, because again, that is another important part of our body. It's going to protect against cancers and it's going to support libido. Goji berry, okay, protects against eyes and vision, strengthens your immunity, improves mood and sleep, supports skin health. It's going to stabilize your blood sugar levels, boost fertility and hormones, and it has anti-cancer effects. The fertility testimonials that I am seeing, they actually make me so emotional at times, because as a woman, I did not realize how many women out there struggle with fertility, how many women have had to walk out of their marriages because of infertility. And yo, guys, the testimonials that we are receiving, there's one lady in Malawi who's been infertile for 16 years. And I think she's been on 3 boxes of double red rose, or she's been on double red rose for about 3 months. And she was showing a photo of her pregnancy, positive pregnancy test. Acerola cherry, high in vitamin C, strengthens the immune defense, protects your skin, and it gives your skin collagen. It reduces inflammation, protects against infection, support brain and memory. The peach is good for your heart, blood pressure. It's going to aid digestion. Okay, again, it's very good for your gut health. It's rich in antioxidants and vitamin C. It's going to boost your energy and brain. It supports your skin glow, and it reduces the risks of stroke and high blood pressure. Okay, then we have the jujube, which are Chinese dates. It improves sleep and relaxation. It supports digestion, improves immunity. It protects your liver, and it detoxifies your body. Okay, the liver, guys, is so important. It's our body's recycling machine. It's rich in antioxidants and vitamin C, and it's going to support your reproductive and hormonal health. Okay. Then we have red ginseng, which is going to improve your stamina and energy. It's going to reduce stress and fatigue. It enhances brain and your brain memory. It strengthens your immunity. It boosts libido. Gentlemen, 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 okay? Erectile dysfunction is something we do not talk about, but it is a reality. And unfortunately, it's something that is now affecting younger gentlemen because of lifestyle, the food that we are eating. You know, a lot of younger people are drinking alcohol and so forth. They are not exercising. So this is a serious reality. And because it's a Sunday, I actually I came across a pastor, a male pastor, who was preaching, and he was saying, and he made a statement that I found very funny, but I also was like, yo, this is a reality. He said, you know, if you are married, if your bed is not shaking, your marriage is going to shake. Okay, so I call our double red rose uvu smoothie, because we are literally going to fix relationships. There's a beautiful testimonial from a 51-year-old gentleman who bought the product because he was struggling with high blood pressure. And remember that high blood pressure on its own has, it leads to other, disturbances in your system. So he was taking the product for high blood pressure, but to his surprise, he was like, things were happening, things that hadn't happened, in a couple of years, and he was turning into a 21-year-old. All right. So then we have the carob extract, and the carob extract supports it's going to lower blood pressure, it's going to support digestion, strengthen your bones if you've got arthritis and so on, joints. This is going to help you. It improves cholesterol, and it's going to give your body natural energy, and it has anti-cancer polyphenols. Then we have our lemon. It's a vitamin C powerhouse. Now, if you look at the example I made about the apple, you cut an apple in half, it turns brown because the process of oxidation is happening. But when you cut an apple in half and you soak it in water that has lemon, it doesn't change colors. Why? Because the lemon is a good source of antioxidants and vitamin C. It alkalinizes, it neutralizes. Okay, so any environment that has an acidic pH, your lemon is actually going to bring it back, to the alkaline pH. Okay. So lemon on its own is a very, very strong product. It's going to protect your blood vessels, right? And then we have the roselle extract, which is hibiscus, lowers blood pressure. It supports your heart and kidney, rich in antioxidants as well as anti-cancer properties. It fights infections, aids digestion. It protects against stroke and heart disease. And then the locust honey, a natural energy and vitality booster, also rich in antioxidants. It's going to help with respiratory issues. So, your colds, your flus, anything that is affecting your chest, asthma, and so on. Wound healing, digestion, and it also is a libido booster. Then the last ingredient, the beauty of having in-house doctors, in-house medical experts who are always wanting to improve on the products that we have. The first product, the first double red rose that was formulated did not have NEC. But they then identified that NEC is a very, very special precursor to glutathione production. Glutathione is a powerhouse. It's a powerful antioxidant, which is why a lot of people that are in that are in the health and the beauty industry have identified it. And they are now, you'll see glutathione drips, you'll see all sorts of things, but this is a natural source of glutathione, that you will be ingesting, and it's going to help protect your system. So it's a powerful antioxidant, protects the liver, detoxifies the liver, improves lungs, improves your immune system, reduces cancer, supports fertility and hormones. So guys, we have a powerhouse of a product. 12 key ingredients plus NEC. One sachet, 10 ml, you drink it in the morning and boom, you've got your antioxidant shot for the day. So I love sharing client testimonials because for me, the proof is in the pudding, okay? So we have hundreds of testimonials. I'm just going to share a few. And here we have 2 testimonials on fibroids. They were struggling with period pains and fibroids, and they were actually shrinking because of taking double red rose. We have a high blood pressure patient whose high blood pressure has normalized from 157/90 to 128/90, and they've been struggling with this for 10 years. We've got someone who's been on insulin for 5 years, and they've been able to normalize that, and they uploaded their test results. We spoke about your skin issues. This is going to help you with that. This is a recovering stroke patient, that double red rose has assisted them, in their process of recovery. Okay, again, I need to put a disclaimer. We do not make medical claims. This is a food supplement. But what this food supplement is going to do, it's going to give your body and your cells the ability to fight back, any condition that you are living with. So if you're on chronic, you don't stop your chronic, you continue to take it, because this is just an assistant. It's going to help, whatever medication you are in, and your body's ability to fight. The pregnancy testimonial. So this is the testimonial, that I spoke about. 3 boxes of double red rose, boom, and she has her positive pregnancy test. We have a cancer testimonial. Right now, there is a doctor in Botswana who runs a cancer clinic. He prescribes double red rose for his patients. I was speaking to Dr. Justice, and he was like, this doctor orders on average hundreds and hundreds of boxes every week for his cancer patients, that are undergoing chemotherapy and so on, because it also assists them in terms of their recovery process. Another infertility testimonial. So guys, the proof is in the pudding, and we've got more of these if you go back to the person that invited you. So now the question is, Bongi, how do I get the product? So you are not going to find this product in shelf stores. You are not going to find it in Discount. You're not going to find it in, Pick and Pay or ShopRite or any supermarket, because Affluence Global has said, I want you to, to be able to live your dream holistically. I cannot just focus on the health part without focusing on the wealth side of it. So what Affluence Global has done is they have said, we want to give the product to the hands of our partners, who are taking the products, who are living and walking testimonials of the product, and let them distribute it. Let them, be the ones that are being compensated for any growth in the market. So the distribution model that they have chosen is word of mouth, because they know and they understand we are walking and talking billboards. I'm not going to stop talking about the fact that, wow, we have a product that is an all-rounder. When I look at the testimonials, what do I want to do? I want to talk about them to someone. So why not get compensated for that? So you are going to select a membership package, right? Because right now, if you are on this Zoom and you are a guest, you are going to actually be the founding member that provides double red rose, because right now, South Africa we haven't even opened South Africa. Let me put it that way. We are still just getting the documentation done. The company is set up locally. We've now started the product registration, but product is available. So you are actually the custodian. You are going to be the champion that says, if you want this product, you get it from me. We are in the process of setting up Eswatini. We are in the process of setting up Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Zimbabwe and Namibia are already fully set up. Botswana is also in the process. The company has been set up locally. They're now undergoing the process of the product registration locally. So, guys, when I say we are sitting here on a gold mine, I mean it in the truest sense. So, these are the starter packs that we have. We've got associates, which comes with one box. It's going to cost you 1,100. Okay. We've got promoter, which comes with 3 boxes and it's going to cost you 2,900. We've got business builders. So this is now, I'm now speaking to the people that are saying, listen, um, I, I need this product and my community needs this. I want to be the first person in my town, in my city, in my province that is distributing this product. Give me the bigger packages. So business builder is 12,100. It's going to give you 15 boxes. Business owner is 24,200. It's going to give you 30 boxes. Okay. So these are our starter packs. Depending on which country you are in, understand we have different rates for different countries because, as I said, the company is setting up locally in every country to make it easy to operate locally, money coming in and money going out. So if you are not from South Africa, you will go back to the person that invited you and they will send you the prices for your country. Okay. Now you will see there's BV. This is business volume. So these are just points that are allocated to each product. So in your back office, whenever you purchase products or someone buys products or someone buys a starter pack, you will see points accumulating. And that is how the company then calculates commissions, right? Now let's get into how you make the money, how we deal with that other free radical, because there's that other free radical, that is attacking our body systems, that is giving us sleepless nights, that is giving us stress, that is making us, sick. There's another free radical that has come into relationships, that has come into households, that has taken away the enjoyment, of being a family because you can't do things together, you can't travel, you can't go, on vacations because bills, multiple bills are piling up. And that free radical is the lack of money or not having enough money. Okay. So we are now solving and neutralizing that free radical with 10 ways of earning. Okay, so the first way is through retailing. So you will have the individual that says, listen, I can sell this product, in my community, in my city, in my province. So once you have become a member of Affluence Global, every time you now buy a box of double red rose, you are buying it at a distributor wholesale price. So the cost of the box for members is 700 Rand. So even if you don't plan on selling, there's still a benefit to being a member because you're getting the product at a cheaper price anyway. So if I am a member, I buy at 700 Rand. What am I selling the product for? The retail customer price is 1,000 Rand per box. So already you've made 30% profit. So now I know if I sell 10 boxes in the month, I've made a net profit of 3,000 Rand. 3,000 Rand is a lot of money, guys. When was the last time someone said, me, I'm gifting you 3,000, go spend it, 3,000 Rand, that's 3 full tanks for me for the full month. 3,000 Rand is the electricity bill. 3,000 Rand is school fees, for the month. So that's money for the average household right now. But what I love about Affluence Global, from 4 boxes going up to 10, they actually reduce the price per box because they now want to compensate you even further for buying in bulk. So if you look at a person that's buying 10 boxes, that's repurchasing 10 boxes, they are only paying 560 per box. So now this person is making 44% profit. Okay, so this is the first way of earning where you are just retailing and selling the product. Okay, the second way of earning is now for those individuals who are saying, hey, I understand the power of leverage. You know, I understand the power of leverage and I want to capitalize on it. This is where you are now locking arms with other individuals that are saying, I want in, I want in, I want in, I want a piece of this pie. So, referral bonus, this is now when you start building your team and you start getting those yeses and you start making sales. through business partners saying, I want to be part of the company. So every time you sign up a starter pack, the company gives you back a certain amount as a bonus, as a referral bonus. So this is coming in once because you're signing up a person only once. Now, this is where it becomes very important what starter pack you signed up with, you, the referrer. What does it affect? It's going to affect the percentage commissions that you earn, because the higher the package, the more you earn in commissions, but the lower packages earn less. So a business owner is always going to make more money than an associate. So let's look at an example. Bongi comes in as an associate. She can sign up and refer any starter pack. This company does not discriminate. But here's the thing. If Bongi signs up an associate, she gets 120 Rand. Boom. That's about 11%. Okay, referral bonus. If she signs up a promoter, that's 360. If she signs up a business builder, Bongi has made 2,100 Rand. If she signs up a business owner, Bongi has made 4,200 Rand. Guys, I need you to digest this. Bongi signed up with a package that was valued at 1,100 Rand. But the minute she signs up just one business builder, she's already made back double her money from one bonus. This is powerful. Let alone get signing up a business owner. That's 4,200 just from one business owner. Now imagine signing up 10 business owners. Someone from Malawi, I think Dr. Justice is on this call. I have to share this. Someone from Malawi that is in Dr. Justice's team signed up 13 business owners in one day. 13 guys. Another person in Zimbabwe did the same. Calculate that for me. 13 times 4,200. That is life-changing income. That is close to 50,000 Rand from just one bonus. But again, even with the lower packages, imagine signing up a promoter, 10 promoters in the month. That's 3,100. But now look at the difference. Ntabi saying, Pastor Ntabi comes in as a promoter. When she signs up an associate, she's made 150. Do you see the difference? She's not making the 120. She's making more money. She signs up a promoter, it's 450. She signs up a business builder, that's 2.3. She signs up a business owner, that's 4,600 Rand. So she's making more money than me because I signed up as an associate. But then, our Adan Tabi says, I'm going to sign up as a business builder. Look at how much money she's making. When she signs up an associate, she's making 120. When she signs up a promoter, she's making 540. Yo, guys, already 10 promoters here. That's 5,400 for her. She signs up a business builder, that's 2.450. She signs up a business owner, that's 4.9. But then you have Kanyo, our boss lady, who says, I'm not here to play. Give me the business owner. I'm going to come in at the highest package because I want to get the maximum referral bonus. When Kanyo signs up an associate, she's getting 210 Rand. When she signs up a promoter, she's getting 630. When she signs up a business builder, she's getting 2.8. And boom, when she signs up a business owner, 5,600 from just one business owner. Then we move to the second bonus, which is upgrade points or upgrade bonuses. Now, this is where the company says it's okay, even if you came in as an associate or as a promoter, you can upgrade, okay? But our upgrade, I need to be clarified. This is how our upgrade works. When you are upgrading, you are basically purchasing the starter pack at that level, and you will get the full product that is allocated to that membership level. So if I came in as a promoter, I wanted to upgrade to business owner, I need to pay the full 24,000 Rand, and I'm going to get the full 330 products. Okay. But this is what the company does to help you with that. They say, hey, don't worry. We will always pay out the maximum for the referral bonus. What does that mean? It means if I am an associate and I signed up a business owner, the maximum referral is 5,600 that the company pays out. But I will only receive what is due to me because I'm still an associate. So they will reserve that 1,400. They will save it for me. I will see it in my back office. It's sitting there. It's waiting for me to say, I am now ready to come and fetch that 1,400 Rand. And what they do is, as you are accumulating these points, you can now allocate them towards your upgrade. So you don't even need to pay for your upgrade. You can just simply roll up your sleeves, put in the work, and accumulate points through your referral bonus. And once you've accumulated enough to upgrade, you just upgrade at no cost to you. But what you also can do, the company will also allow you to apply some of those points. If you say, I've got some cash that I want to allocate, they will let you use the combination of the two. Then we have our fourth bonus, which is team commissions. So remember those BVs, those points that are allocated to the starter packs, they now come into your binary, okay? So when we're talking bi, it means two. You just have a left and a right leg, two teams. That's all, simple, straightforward. Every person that you are signing up falls into either your left or your right. When those individuals are signing up under people, and they are getting people and starter packs coming in, it means the points on your left or your right keep growing and accumulating. When your sponsor signs up, people, they spill over to either your left or your right. So you're going to accumulate your team commission points from your downlines, your upline, as well as the work that you are putting in. And what the company says is every week, I am going to pay you a percentage of your weaker leg. Okay, so for example, in this example, let's just say you've accumulated 10,000 points in the one leg and 6,000 points in the other. The company will then calculate, let's say we are business owners, okay? Because we're putting it out to the universe. A business owner is the place to be. Already look at the difference. An associate will earn 5% binary bonuses. A promoter earns 7, a business builder earns 10, but a business owner earns 12. So for the example of a business owner, what is 12% of 6,000? When we convert it to rands, it works out to be 14,400 Rand. And this is paid every Monday. As long as you have new volume that has been generated the previous week, on Monday you're getting paid. And I love that about Affluence Global. So I'm going to get paid 4 times a month. You know, my referral bonus that has come in the week, my binary bonus, all those commissions, they paid the following Monday. Okay. Then we have the momentum bonus. Hey, this is one of my favorites. This is like a bonus on a bonus. So the company then says, your team binary commissions that you are due to earn, we will also match a certain percentage of that and add another bonus and add another percentage. So let's just say, again, the momentum bonus percentages are dependent on what starter pack are you at, what level are you at. If you are a business owner, they will look at what were your team binary commissions due. Let's just say you had 200,000 coming in for the following Monday. They will then what is 13% of 200,000 is 26,000. Boom. You are now going to earn 200,000 team binary commissions plus 26,000 momentum bonus. Guys, I will. Then we have the check match upline bonus. This is where I kneel down and I pray every morning when I say my prayers. Every night when I say my prayers, I say, please, dear God, bless the Affluence Global pockets of my upline, because for the first time in my network marketing career, if my upline is making money, I am also going to make money. You know, usually it's the other way around. Okay. So the company says once you get to Ruby rank, whatever your upline earns, if you are there direct, they will match a certain percentage and pay it to you. So it's 2% as a Ruby, 3% as an Emerald, and 5% as a Diamond. So all these bonuses are coming in every Monday. As long as you have new volume, you and your team, and your business partners, you've done the work, you've got payment due to you, the following Monday you get paid. Now this bonus, the global pool bonus, is paid every 6 months, twice a year. So this is like the 13 check. You know, if you are working or you've ever worked and you wait for that double salary, you know, once a year, this is where the company says now you can earn this twice a year, and it's going to come from our profits as the company. So the company calculates 10% of what they've made in profits, and they will split it across the 10 pools. The 10 pools are basically the top 10 highest ranks. Okay. So for this particular example, let's just say that that share of 10% worked out to be 200,000. It means for all the top 10 ranks, all the rubies are going to share 200,000. All the emeralds are going to share 200,000. All the diamonds in the world across the country, across the globe are going to share 200,000 for all those ranks up until the crown elite ranks. And then I was like, okay, my logic said, oh, okay, so that means if I rank up to emerald, I've now left ruby, I go to emerald. I'm now saying goodbye to the ruby pool because I'm now earning on the emerald pool. And my upline guy said, Kanti, who are we? We are Affluence Global. What does our name mean? What does our name represent? Our name represents abundance. There's an overflow of everything. We want you to be wealthy. And he said, no, you do not give up. The company does not, take away now your ruby pool. You are still going to earn from the ruby pool plus the emerald pool. And I was like, Imag, whoa, wait a minute. So you're telling me that, yeah, if I get to black diamond, I'll be earning every 6 months from the black diamond pool and the blue diamond pool and the diamond pool and the emerald pool and the ruby pool. And he was like, absolutely. Because think about it logically. Think about it logically. The company can afford for you to earn on all these pools. Because what does you ranking up mean? You ranking up means that your team is growing. It means the volume is coming in, the business is expanding, your personal business is expanding, there's growth. So there is provision made for that. And I love the fact that, when I asked the question, this complaint is so generous. And my upline said yes, because they've had two actuarial scientists, actually work on this. So we've had professionals, doing the calculations and the mathematics behind this. So it's foolproof. And then we have the personal purchase bonus. And this is where the company then says, we want to recognize our retailers. We don't want to forget about them. The person that is saying, Mina, I just want to buy and repurchase the product for my family. Let's also compensate that person because they still, building the business indirectly. So what happens here is the company will basically give you back 10% in product volume, and they will convert that to rands and pay you out. Okay, whenever you're buying product, they basically further compensating you by taking 10% off in the volume and paying it back to you. Now, before I get into bonus number 9 and 10, because these are the last bonuses we have, this was the other thing that I asked, the other question that I asked, and I almost fainted when I got the answer. I asked my sponsor, I was like, okay, all these beautiful bonuses that are coming in every Monday, what is my maintenance? Because I understand that oftentimes, in order for you to get paid, there's a requirement that you have to purchase a certain amount of product in order for you to qualify to earn. So please, before we even carry on, sponsor, what's my maintenance? Is it 2,000, 3,000, because those are the figures that we are used to. And I know it gets higher as you rank up. And he said to me, all those 8 bonuses, they come to you and there's no maintenance requirements. Guys, I had to fetch earbuds and just clean out my ears because I thought maybe I'm not hearing him correctly or he's not understanding my question. And I said, are you understanding the question I'm asking? What is the required product that I need to buy in order to get paid every Monday? And the answer was, there is no requirement. You are going to get paid. Whether you like it or not, you'll get paid because your team has grown, you've done the work, so you're going to get paid every Monday without having to maintain. I was like, yo, it's like this company understood that right now, the economy in Africa, guys, is struggling. Sometimes you put in the work and the commissions are sitting there, you've earned them, and you've already allocated them to a certain expense in your household. Uguti, right, I'm going to do the work this week because on Monday, I need to cover a certain bill. I need to cover something. And then that maintenance blocks you. Uguti, listen, take those commissions and put them back in products. And this company is saying, we don't want you to make those hard decisions between do I pay bills or do I buy products, you know? So the only bonuses that require you to maintain are these last two that I'll be explaining to you. And even there, you only need to buy one box, just 700 Rand, and you're good, regardless of the rank, regardless of how long you've been with Affluence. Just maintain with one box, and then you unlock this bonus, which is the compressed uni level. Okay, so uni level, it's just level 1, it's your direct signups. Level 2, it's your grandchildren, and so on it goes. So we earn 10 levels deep in the uni level, and you are earning 9% on your level 1, 7% level 2, and so on it goes up to level 10. And this is now on repurchases. Whenever you and your team are repurchasing, PVs are allocated for all repurchases, and you earn according to that. So what does compressed mean? So compressed means if your person that is on level 1 decides that they will not maintain, they will not buy that one box because they are not interested in their uni level, the company says that's not your problem. You still deserve your 9%. Ne? So what's going to happen? The system is going to shift everyone up. It's going to compress your levels up one level. So now your level 2 becomes your level 1. So instead of earning 7% for your level 2, you are now earning level 9% for your level 2 because this person did not maintain. So everything shifts up. So you are always going to earn 10 levels deep if you have 10 levels in your structure, regardless of whether people, that person that had commissions due to them has maintained or not. The system will just replace them and you get paid. And when they decide to maintain the following month, everything goes back to normal. Okay, so this bonus comes in once a month at the end of the month. And then we have the uni level check match, which is also paid monthly. And this is where the company is saying, we want to match whatever uni level commissions have been earned by your team, 5 levels deep, and we will pay you a percentage. So let's just imagine that in your level 1, as a collective, your level 1s earned 100,000, right? It means you are going to earn 15,000 because what's 15% of 100,000? 15,000. Okay, so that is how the uni level match works. Your level 2, you earn 10%, level 3 and 4, 5%, and level 5, 3%. So that brings me to the end of the 10 ways that we earn at Affluence Global. But then Affluence Global said, we are the gift that keeps on giving. There's more. Boom, they added incentives and they added the Hall of Fame. Okay, so we have travel incentives at Affluence Global right now. We have a travel incentive for Dubai and Singapore, 5 days in Dubai, 4 days in Singapore. Last year, the company took distributors to Mauritius. It was amazing. But then the company says you can rank up. As you are ranking up, you will be allocated an incentive just to say congratulations. Now, this was the other question that I asked my upline. I was like, right, so what's the requirement for me, to rank up? Do I have to do certain amount during the month? Am I gonna start again next month? And I was like, no, nothing flashes at Affluence Global. There's no flashing, there's no restart, there's no restart button. It does not exist when it comes to ranking up because it is cumulative. And it is only based on income, money. How much have you made in your lifetime of Affluence Global in all the bonuses? And I was like, wait a minute. So there's no fine print that I have to produce certain ranks within my structure or certain volume. And he said, no, they're just looking at how much have you made within the company in your lifetime, and that is how you rank up. So guys, once you become a part of Affluence Global, as long as you're building, whether you like it or not, you are going to rank up. You are going to rank up. The only deciding factor becomes time. When do you rank up? Are you going to rank up in your first 3 months? in 6 months' time, in a year's time, but eventually we are all taking those ranks, okay? And it's based on cumulative income. So whatever income you made this month, it rolls over to the following month and it just keeps adding and keeps rolling over and it keeps rolling over until it's like, boom, you've now made 60,000 Rand, you are a pearl. You've made 100,000 Rand, you are a jade. You've made 200,000, you are a sapphire, and so on it goes. Now, when it comes to the incentives, my eyes went straight to Team Elite because I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I am seeing cars. I am seeing, I'm a 2 bedroom, I'm a 3 bedroom, I'm a 4 bedroom. Are you telling me that Affluence Global says if I come on board and I put in the work, I put on my running shoes, I put on my overalls, and I put in the work, I will get to a point where I don't have to pay for a car because they are going to buy me a Range Rover or a Land Cruiser. I go to the next rank, they are going to buy me a G Wagon just for working, just for talking about a product that is going to heal the world. They are going to buy me property, a 2 bedroom, not one, not two, but 3 title deeds in my name. Guys, tomorrow, go and visit a bank in your city, in your town, and try to apply for a bond. Try to apply for a housing loan. Let me know how that went. It is virtually impossible for a person that is employed, that has a monthly salary, because of affordability and how ridiculous the interest rates are. Let alone people like us who are self employed. Now you have a company that is saying, and mind you, when you qualify for that bond, it's 20 years of you paying a bond with interest rates doing what they are doing, 20 years, a lifetime. And here you have a company that is saying, put in the work for the next 2 to 5 years, and you can hold 2 logbooks in your hand, 3 title deeds of property. I was like, sign me up. That alone for me is enough, knowing that I can accumulate assets that I will be leaving for my kids over and above income. I'm literally seeing affluencers, having Airbnbs, locally and abroad, that are generating income from them for just qualifying for these ranks and these incentives. Then we have the last but not least, Hall of Fame. This is where the company recognizes your lifetime achievements, either as a retailer because you have focused on retailing and you've accumulated a certain amount of personal volume, or you are a builder who has accumulated a certain amount of earnings. When you reach these levels, the company says, right, we will give you a company card that has 60,000 loaded every month for you to spend as you please for a period of 1 year. Over and above everything else, you automatically qualify for all the travel incentives. You don't even need to run for them. You are in. Your ticket is booked. You are a VIP. On top of that, they say, listen, you're a Hall of Famer. You are our VIP in the company. You need to be seen on the roads, on the road. So they buy you an executive car valued at 60,000. And that brings us to the end of tonight's presentation. Africa, this is your time. Live your dream with Affluence Global. And I'm going to emphasize on the word time. Time, 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 time. If you are a guest in this Zoom, please stop wasting time. Stop wasting time. Don't make this another Zoom presentation that you sat on. Don't make this another, send me more info, that you did not take action and that you did not become decisive, that you decided to waste time by procrastinating, by being a Thomas, by saying, I first want to see them making money. How many opportunities have you missed out on? Just by procrastination, guys. I see so many people losing out on opportunities to be founding members, to be pioneers, because no, I first want to go and ask Uzanele about this. That same Zanele, is she living the life that you aspire to live? Because I only ask for advice from people that have achieved the things that I want in life. Okay. So please do not procrastinate. Do not make this another opportunity that's been presented to you, to be at the ground level of an opportunity and grow with that opportunity. And a year from now, say, oh my gosh, I was in that Zoom. Oh my gosh, I was in that WhatsApp group. Okay, so stop being a spectator, be decisive, be intentional. We only have 4 months left to the end of the year. Okay, this is not the time to play on opportunities. This is the time to be decisive and to say, next year, when I do my New Year's resolutions, they are going to be based on an action plan that I already have been given through Affluence Global to bring them to a reality. Okay, so with that said, thank you so much. I hope that you are ready to hop onto this how train with us, because it has not taken off. It's still packed. It's still saying, come inside, position yourself, okay? Because when the how train takes off, it travels at 160 kilometers per hour. You won't be able to catch up. So get into your seat right now. Let's lock arms. Let's do the work and let's take on the SADC region. Right now, I'm doing the Zoom. You don't need to even know how to present this opportunity. You simply need to invite someone, get them into a Zoom meeting, and we do the presenting for you. We will do the delivery of the information for you until you are at a level where you are confident enough to do it for yourself. And that's what I love about this industry. Network marketing is a copy and paste industry. You look at what other people are doing that are making money ahead of you, you do what they do. If you are not capable of delivering the message, you've got presenters, you've got leaders that want to lead, with you and pull you with them to your journey of success, because that is what this industry is. It's a pull. We have to pull each other up in every way that we can and support each other. So with that said, I'm going to hand over to Pastor Ntabi Singh, my sister, my motivator, our leader, our master distributor in Eswatini. She's doing amazing things in Eswatini. I cannot wait for my first visit there with our global ambassador. Pastor Ntabi, over to you.
Oh, yes. I'm actually clapping hands for you, my dear sister. Thank you so much for a wonderful, powerful presentation. But I've got one question to each and every one of us in here. After hearing this presentation, what if I tell you that if you were to bring at least 100 business owners, as a matter of fact, you are not bringing them, you are empowering 100 people. What if you were to bring that? Do you know that you actually going to get almost 500,000 rand? I took my calculator. These days I don't sleep. I wake up, take my calculator and calculate. And I'm like, oh, wow. If I bring 100 business owners into the business, remember, bringing them does not mean you just bringing them. You are actually selling them a business for them in order for them to be empowered to make money from the product, to make money in this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can take your calculator, you'll realize that you will be almost 500,000 richer by just bringing 100. I just said 100. If you double that, that's a house. You don't even have to wait for the compensation. You don't even have to wait for that the bonuses that we saw at the end of our presentation. You're just going to make that money only through bringing people into this opportunity. When we work together, I don't want to be thinking small. Yes, I need to bring just one person today, two people tomorrow, but I am dreaming big because I can see that indeed with Affluence Global, we can be affluencers. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Please let us meet again on the same Zoom link on Wednesday with our powerful leader, Bongi. Shalom and good night.